You sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Xion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Rena's Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrecht 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Rena's Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Rena's Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Xion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Xion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Xion,
No, You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Phasal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rena's Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zoogles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
There!
Right, field! One more!
No!
Get on in there with
Lightning thrust! Take this! I'm not done!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that! Water, hear my call!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear!
Lightning
Hear
thrust!
the evil! The waters of
Here we
Great
go!
Cleanser!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! I'm not done!
Go get the waters of Great
Vacuum Blade! Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
I'll be safe!
Try harder! Not a chance!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Take this!
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep and we can do this!
Impressive growth, little one.
Mirage!
Great Cleanser!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Water! Hear my call!
Take this!
Can't get out of
Do it!
this!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a jet! I'm not done!
with Black
Mirage!
By the power of flame! Finish without a trace!
Ringgit! You apart! Mirage!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Shine! Lightner!
Chain
Take
between
this!
heaven and earth!
Generation! Mirage!
Healing
Dragon
Fist!
Swarm! Dazzle! I'm ready!
The water's astral
Say no more!
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years, no, even before that, just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it. Let's dispose of the trash.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
I call upon thee! Explosion! These ones can run rings around us!
Vacuum blade!
In here!
Mirage! Dragon Force!
Spirits within the soil.
Take this! There!
In here!
Dragon Force! Be still! Mirage! Dragon Force! I'm not done! You're finished! Eat this! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Pile driver. Resonate with the earth.
Take this!
Spirits within the soil.
Take this!
Masterful dash.
Healing
On
circle.
your
Thanks!
knees.
There!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil
Lightning
mouth!
thrust!
Let's get you out of the way!
Grind you into dust.
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push.
Let's do this together, Alfie. Now!
Cannonball!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
We're in good form.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Dragon Swarm!
These things really get on my nerves.
Flying spree? Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Be still! I'm ready! Go me! In an instant! Impact Block! More?
Here I go. Go. Here goes.
I'm ready! Dragon Swarm!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Resonate with the
Not
earth.
here!
One more. Far beyond the darkest sky.
Dragon
I
Swarm!
call upon thee.
Dazzle!
Help this.
Dragon Swarm! Stare! I'm ready! Go me! In an instant! Impact Block! More Zuko?
Keep calm and take them down.
Mirage! Dragon!
Resonate with the earth.
Lightning Thrust!
Spread.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Far beyond
Lightning
the darkest
Thrust!
sky.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Be still!
By the power of
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Shooting star.
Be still! Mirage!
Whirling struggle.
Dragon Swarm!
Winds of heaven. Here's one coming.
On your knees.
Glacial
this.
spear. Here's
Down.
evil. A chain between heaven and earth.
Spirits within the
Dragon
soil.
Swarm!
Awaken and wreak
Down.
havoc.
Divine savior. I can do this all day.
Take this!
You apart. More of them.
Dazzle!
Bloody howling.
One more. In here.
Mirage!
Get on
I'm not done!
Everlasting shocker.
Made one.
Negative Blade!
Security.
Spirits within the soil. Awaken and wreak
I
havoc.
can do this all day.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Masterful dash.
Dazzle! You picked the wrong fight!
Do it.
Void Flash! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Far beyond the
Mirage!
darkest sky.
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Far
My
beyond the
turn!
darkest sky. I
My
call
Lightning
it
Blade!
finish without a trace.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust!
Shooting star. The waters of creation. Hear my call.
Take this! More! There!
Glacial spear. We pierce evil.
Be still!
Get on in there with me.
Mirage!
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push.
Let's do this together, Alvin. As impressive as always. The waters of creation. No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. This one's mine. Confiscate. This one's mine.
There.
Here goes. The waters of creation. Bring you down.
Dragon
Dance,
form.
immortal droplet.
I'm ready.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside.
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. My turn. Take this.
Vanish without a
Forward
trace.
flash. Stardust. Mirage. Dragon form.
Explosion.
Be still.
I'm ready. Immortal drop.
All yours, Kisara.
Not
Hear
yet.
my call.
Fluid touch. Void flash. Stardust.
Here's evil. A whirling
Dragon
strike.
form. Vacuum
Wings of
blade.
heaven. First form.
I'm ready.
Astral energy.
Say no more. I can feel my power growing.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should...
I won't forgive you.
Dragon form.
Negative
Vacuum blade.
Reflect on thy
Flaming thrust. Slice.
Insects should stay on the ground.
You're mine. I'm not done.
pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Dragon form.
One more time. Evil.
Be still. Slice. Stardust. Void flash. Mirage. No escape.
Far beyond
Dazzle.
On your
Here I go.
Take this.
And again.
Dragon form. Stand.
Here I go.
Be still. Void flash.
rending you apart.
Here I go.
Nutty howling. Burn in hell.
Shooting star.
Take this. Vacuum blade. Lightning thrust. You're mine. Here I come. You're mine.
On your
Dragon form. Vacuum blade. Be still.
in a bind.
Slice. Void flash.
Do it, Xion! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory.
You're mine.
Naturally.
Flash. This one's all mine. Void flash.
The water
Mirage. You're mine. Burn in hell.
Bloody howling.
Dragon form.
Where are you going?
Be still.
Do it!
Totally. In an instant. Impact block.
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come.
A whirling trouble. Winds of heaven! Water,
Escape.
hear my call!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Let's try harder. Now. Here I come. Dragon form. Lightning thrust. Here I come. There.
Primed and ready!
Prepare to be sealed, O
Less talking, more doing.
Dragon form. Totally. In an instant. Impact block. We work well together.
like a finely timed waltz.
You're mine. Strike. Let's try harder. Not a chance. There.
By the meteor storm! The waters of creation! Dancing water!
Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime to master.
And I'll have to keep training.
You're mine. Vacuum blade. Dragon swarm.
Here I go!
Be still. Here I
Winds of
come.
heaven!
I'm not
First
done.
force, sight!
There.
And here!
There.
Rending you apart.
Here I come.
Bananas, let's go!
Bloody howling.
One more!
Be still. You're mine.
Do it!
Strike.
Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
This could be useful.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
Gotta break through!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
No escape!
Freeze Lancer!
Vacuum blade! Time to cross blade!
I'll be saving you!
Try harder! My turn!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Vacuum blade!
Freeze Lancer!
Try harder! Not a chance! Vacuum blade!
I'll
face you down!
Rain down and pure
Dragon Swarm!
I'm the water creation!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in Mortal Kombat! Healing Circle!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Here, let me help!
Vacuum blade!
First aid!
Be still! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Shooting
Can you take it?
Slice!
I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! Here I come!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Mighty blade! Try harder! Not a chance!
Glacial Spear!
Vacuum
Pierce
blade!
evil!
Force of regeneration! Try harder!
Heal my Glacial Spear!
Here I come! Vacuum blade!
The waters of
Hold
creation!
nothing back!
Dance in Mortal
Try
Kombat!
harder! Not a chance! Dragon Swarm!
Steel!
Vacuum blade!
Glacial Spear!
Just
Pierce
the
waters of
slice!
creation!
Elucidate!
Tempest!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call!
Vacuum blade!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Be still! Slice! Eat dirt!
There you go! Right up! That'll bring you down!
Slice! Crescent flash! Void flash!
Right in your dreams! Finish without
Rend you apart!
all
You're mine!
disasters made
No
one.
further!
Come
I'm not
forth
done!
and heal its impurity!
Mirage!
Denied!
Here I come!
Hear my call! Maelstrom! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Take this!
The waters of creation!
Vacuum blade! Remember!
Dance astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganqua. Or perhaps the opposite, given that... Retreat if you know what's good for you!
Came between heaven and earth. A wailing battle! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
That buzzing is driving you mad!
Dance immortal gauntlet! One more!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Let me show you what my art can do!
Ignite!
Rise and shine!
Dance!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummeling to me!
I shall ensure you survive.
Dragon Swarm!
Finish with where I came from!
Dazzle!
This one's mine! Far beyond the
I'm not
darkest
done.
time! I call upon thee!
Vacuum blade!
Glacial Spear!
Be still!
Evil!
Mirage!
Bloody flame! Finish
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Negative
Vacuum blade! Lightning thrust!
Came between heaven and earth!
Mirage!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back! Be still!
Hear my call!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Here, here's the
Dazzle! It's on!
saving this wasteland!
Mirage! Ah!
By the power of flame!
You're mine!
Finish without here!
No escape!
More where that came from!
Be still! Void flash! I'm ready! We did it!
As impressive as
today.
always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Looks like it could be worth something.
Gotta break through!
Here
Damn it!
Here's another!
Take this!
The waters of
I'm not
creation!
done!
Glacial Spear! Here's the
Dazzle! Slice! Start up!
Get out of
Mirage!
there! Get it up!
Dragon form! There!
And again!
No further! I'm ready!
Shooting star!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Here I come! This is my Fire Blade!
In here!
Dragon form!
Let's get you
My
on
turn!
with my blood!
Dragon form!
Alright, it...
I can feel my power growing!
Go no further!
I'm not done! This one's all mine! Dragon form! Okay.
Winds of heaven! First force!
It can hide itself? Amazing! Here I come!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Dragon form! Lightning thrust! I've been hit with something!
So even a magic has its limit.
Not feeling so great.
Where are you going?
Dragon form!
Stalagmite!
Dazzle!
Take this!
I'll pick you up!
Thrilling performance.
Not in your dreams!
Soda!
Far beyond the dark
Here,
sky!
I'll
Smash
you! Time to let it rip! Take this! No escape! Dazzle! Mirage! Dragon form! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Go on to being interrupted.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
I'll be saving this one! Here, let me help!
Can you take it? Elusive deity! Vacuum blade! Dragon form!
Ready and rip! A wailing
This one keeps
lightning!
charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Waters of creation flood!
Dazzle! Mirage! Ether! Dragon form! Vacuum blade! Be still! Point flash! Mirage! No further! Take this!
Here's
There!
the waters of... There you go! Don't let up!
Dazzle! Mirage! Rotating from astral arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! No dawn till
Water, hear my voice!
Mirage! I'm not done!
Radiant waters
to me.
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Take this!
Banana, let's go!
This one's all
Now!
mine! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This looks nice and tough.
Way!
Try harder! My turn! There!
I think I'll pass on the head.
Time to let it rip!
Wearied companion.
Take this! There! I owe you one! Dazzle! Strike!
Glacial spear. Pierce
Mirage! Dragon form!
Freeze blade.
I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire!
Reflect on thy sins. They smite with
The
blackened
waters of
flame.
creation.
I'm ready.
Dance!
My
Little
turn.
droplet. Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Execution.
Try harder! Now!
Freeze blade.
Stalagmite.
Get on your toes.
In the soil.
I'm nearly done for!
Masterful.
Hold nothing back!
All the power of my healing arts.
One more time! No escape! Vacuum blade!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Dragon form! Vacuum blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Dragon form!
Break this
Soaring blast! Vacuum blade! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Try harder!
Another incantation ruined.
Dragon form! Vacuum blade! Lightning thrust! Strike! Void blast! Mirage! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help. First aid!
I owe you one.
Here's another. I can't hold on much longer. Here's the evil.
Dragon swarm!
Freeze Lancer.
Try harder!
In here. By the power of flame.
Take this!
Get them away.
Vacuum blade! Try harder! Now! You're mine!
Go. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work. Come on!
Glacial Field! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Come on! Vacuum blade!
Here's evil!
Try harder!
Freeze Lancer!
Prepare to be sealed.
You're mine!
Actually, pound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Dragon swarm! Dazzle! Void flash!
Sleep now, Freeze Lancer!
Dragon
More for the
swarm!
stockpile!
Vacuum blade! Not today! Dragon swarm! I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire!
Will this help?
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Oh, finally!
Regenerate! Don't suffer in fire.
In your deck, Dohalim.
And tonight's meal is on you. Keep up.
What to make?
On your...
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alphen. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Heaven and earth.
Dragon swarm!
Benediction light.
As impressive as always.
Here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Here's the evil.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'm not done!
The waters of the creation.
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
My call.
My turn!
Seal. Glacial Field. Here's the evil.
Take this!
The waters of Freeze Lancer.
The regeneration! Here to be let free!
In here.
Mirage!
He who prepares
Dragon
for
Swarm!
Glacial Field. Here's the evil.
Try harder! Not a chance! Vacuum blade!
Here goes.
everlasting
The
dust.
waters of creation. Here's the
Within the
evil.
soil.
Dance the Glacial Field. Here's the evil.
Our arts are being interrupted.
You're mine!
Engulf you. On your
You're mine! Vacuum blade!
in your paw.
Dragon Swarm! Lightning thrust!
Here I go.
Not a chance!
Breath of
There!
life! Heal my weary
Be
companion!
still! Void flash! Mirage!
Spear.
Eat
Here's
them!
evil. Winds of heaven.
Dragon
First
Swarm.
sword. Freeze lancer.
There! No further!
Seal.
Be still! Strike!
There you go. So long.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth!
You're mine!
Another incantation ruined!
One more time.
Demon Lash! Tornado Drive!
Try harder! No!
Take this!
There!
Speak now.
Ongoing!
Here goes.
Ah!
Go to the waters of creation.
Dragon Swarm! Dazzle!
Sleep now.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Explosion.
Be still!
Take it, flame inside!
I'm not yours to be let free! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
All yours, Kisara!
Well, looky here.
And thus our strength yet grows. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Come one, come all!
Take the waters of creation. Dance, immortal gods. Let me show you what my art is. The waters of creation.
Reflect on thy
Dance,
sin.
immortal gods.
Might with blackened blade.
Try harder!
Water,
My
hear
turn.
my call.
Elusive
I'll be
deity.
red. Glacial spear.
There.
Here's the evil. Freeze
Vacuum
laser.
blade!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Be still!
Here's the power of flame. Finish without a trace.
Ah! Burn!
The waters of creation.
Dragon
Glacial
Swarm!
spear. Here's mortal goblet.
Elusive
Spear will
deity.
bring you down.
Be still!
Get on in there with the
Mirage!
others. Take a
Dragon
taste of
Swarm!
the
Ready!
dagger.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix
Cyclops! Now!
By the power of flame. Finish without a
Mirage!
trace. Rain down.
Dragon Swarm!
Death in the wind.
You're mine!
Within the soil.
Vacuum blade!
Awaken and wreak havoc.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
We're in good form!